Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to our respected panel, Madam Zurina and Miss Shahida. We will introduce ourselves first. So my name is Abdul Hakim bin Abdul Rashid and my research partner is Harith Muhammad Hazim bin Sheikh Muhammad Sharif. Today we will present our research study, which is the awareness of the students towards the corporate social responsibility. So our supervisor will be Sir Muhammad Faiz bin Ismail.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Haris Muhammad Aziz. I'm going to present about the research background. The corporate social responsibility is a management concept towards its forming on the social and environmental concern of its business operation and stakeholder. The CSR can be defined as a strategic business or charity that will directly improve its reputation and strengthen the corporate image. However, the awareness of students towards CSR is relatively low. The effort driven by the Malaysian government can improve towards its better understanding. The CSR is not only focusing towards cooperation but also in a higher education level. The CSR program can benefit students by providing crucial skills such as strategic leadership, communication and public relations. We focus toward the perception and ethical conduct, gender and promotion and creativity. Our study based on the student of UiTM Seremban 3.
In the problem statement, we are providing our reason on why we are proposing in conducting this research study about the awareness of the student to the corporate social responsibility. Firstly, the first problem, the unethical conduct of the CSR have caused the wrong perception to the CSR that more or less affect the awareness of the students. Next, the second problem is majority of the students in Malaysia do not participate in volunteering in many CSR programs, although many CSR programs have been conducted by the private or public organizations. Last but not least, the stakeholder unaware to the CSR program initiative, perhaps it was less favorable. Based on our study, most of CSR project is not attractive and majority it was conducted just to fulfill the requirement or obligation on conducting CSR in the organizations. Our research study focused on the factor of perception, unethical conduct of the organization, gender, and promotion and creativity factor that affects on the awareness of the student to the CSR.
Its objective to investigate the relationship between the student perception, to investigate the relationship between the ethical conduct, to investigate the relationship between the gender of student, to investigate the relationship between the promotion and creativity. Lastly, to investigate the significant influence of corporate social responsibility towards the promotion and creativity, perception, gender of student, and ethical conduct of the organization. This question reflects to our research objective that we as a researcher wanted to focus on our study.
This is our conceptual framework. As you can see, we have 4 independent variables and 1 dependent variables. I will explain 2 of the independent variables and another 2 will be explained by my research partner. Firstly, perception of the students. Previous paper by Mr. Gonzalez Rodriguez 2012 has explained of relationship between the perception and awareness through the theories of triple bottom line. The idea of the theory explained that corporate accomplishment could be measured through the social and environmental dimensions. It shows that the value that embraced by the organization in doing social commitment will affect the perception, such as a degree of acceptance, usefulness of the stakeholders on their overall perception to the corporate social responsibility. It's shown that the perception significantly influenced the awareness. Therefore, we propose hypothesis A1, which is the significant relation between the student perception and awareness of students to the CSR, and O1 that there is no significant relations. Second is ethical conduct. Based on the previous paper by Borlia 2013, an ethical organization has its obligation to acknowledge the stakeholder privilege by creating a suitable framework fostering the customer needs, offering a new perspective to the local community. An ethical CSR is gained through a strong relationship between the rights and ethical responsibility in order to sustain the stakeholders. For example, the National Corporation is committed to continually earning the consumer trust and serving the community as a whole. When a good relationship has established, the stakeholder will eager to know more about the companies behind the product that they buy. Eventually, it will lead to an interest in the CSR activity of the company. Therefore, we propose hypothesis A2, which is the significant relationship between the ethical conduct and awareness of the student to the CSR, and O2 that shown that there is no significant relationship.
Next is independent variables to gender. It demonstrates different participation between men and women could affect the organization workforce, solving challenges and creativity and ideas. Previous study by Muhammad Safari 2014, the study examining the effect of gender differences between CSR. It has stated that women has higher level CSR rather than men. Information has gathered from Iranian Center Statistics by 100 employee participants on the survey has discovered significantly influenced gender towards CSR. For example, correlation value has stated less than 0.05 with percent correlation of 0.573, showing the strong relationship between gender and CSR. Therefore, the study proposed HA3 has a significant relationship between genders of students towards CSR, and HO3 does not have significant relationship. Next is independent variables, promotion and creativity towards CSR. CSR is a concept that has gained amount of attention worldwide due to many cases of pollution, undeveloped rural areas, poverty and social welfare. Previous paper by Adene 2050, a social-minded business presents a social responsibility image. As a mediator, they affect green marketing on the product corporate reputation, which allow the promotion of green sales and has positive effect to its operating performance. It enhances creativity and at individual level may shared among the members and organization to promote collective level innovation and ideas. Therefore, for this study, we propose HA4 has a significant relationship between the promotion and creativity towards CSR, and HA4 does not have significant relationship.
This is our hypothesis as mentioned before. This is the hypothesis of our study. Overall, we have 8 hypotheses for each relationship between the independent variable and the dependent variable in the study. Okay, for the research methodology, I will explain 7 things that have in the research methodology. Firstly, research design. For the research design, we are using cross-sectional sample survey designed by using a quantitative method will be used in the study. The study is based on primary data from a simple survey involving all diploma and degree students in the University of Technology Mara, Seremban 3. Next is the unit of analysis. For the unit of analysis in the study involve all degree and diploma students from 3 different faculties, which is Faculty of Sport and Recreational Science, FSR, Faculty of Computer Science and Mathematics, FSKM, and Faculty of Administration, Science and Policy Study, FSPPP. Third is the sample size based on the total number of students in UiTM campus Seremban, which is comprised of total 5,820 students based on the Cressy and Morgan table 1970. 5,820 was within the 5,000 and 6,000 population size. Therefore, the respondent chosen were 357 respondents. Okay, next is for the sampling technique. In the sampling technique, we are using the convenience sampling technique. The rationale for the application of the convenience sampling technique in the study are the data was collected in a short time period and easier and simpler to apply in our study. For the data measurement, the independent and dependent variable that contain 36 items will be measured using a Likert scale, which is 1 for strongly disagree and 5 for strongly agree. Next is regarding for the data collection. For the data collection, the independent variable survey question is based on this studies variable, which are perception of students, ethical conduct of organization, gender, and promotion and creativity. The survey question will be cover 6 parts, which are part A, demographic data, part B, perception of students, part C, ethical conduct of an organization, part D, gender, part E is referred to the creativity and promotion, and part F is referred to the awareness of the student towards the corporate social responsibility. Last but not least is data analysis. The data analysis of this study will be conducted using SPSS software. For the demographic data is measured using the frequency and percentage. Next, the study of hypothesis is analyzed using Pearson correlation in finding relationship between the independent variable and dependent variable. Last but not least, the major influence factor of the independent variable towards the dependent variable is measured through the multiple regression analysis.
Next is towards our finding. The most frequency in gender is female by 57.0. The age 22 years old reached about 49.0. The current academic undertaking towards degree by 67.5. For faculty, the most frequency is FSPPP by 51.7. Mostly semester 6 answer the questionnaire that reached about 35.1. Common areas is towards urban area by 69.2. Lastly, the state of living is towards the central region that reach about 44.7. Next is hypothesis testing. It is based on our research objective and all analyzed to the Pearson correlation to measure the amount that had been achieved. Pearson correlation coefficient R is a measurement of strength between the two variables, such as perception 0.428, whereby HA1 were accepted and HO1 were rejected. Ethical conduct 0.488, whereby HA2 were accepted and HO2 were rejected. Gender 0.573, whereby HA3 were accepted and HO3 were rejected. Promotion and creativity 0.610, whereby HA4 were accepted and HO4 were rejected.
Okay, the first implication will be enhancing the relationship between the community and the organization. For example, humanitarian program by UiTM that involving volunteers among the students to help the community by cleaning and clearing all the damages that caused by the major floods such as in Pahang. Second, improve the business ethic of organizations. For example, as we know, Nestle company have emphasized on the creating share value as fundamental part of Nestle company action, which include compliance to become a recognized leader in nutrition and health and trusted by all stakeholders, where the best value can be created for society and stakeholder. Last but not least, enhance enhance the awareness to the corporate social responsibility. For example, effort by several NGOs and private organizations such as Mercy Malaysia and Fashion Valley by collecting some fund in buying medical supply that have been sparking the awareness for other organizations and community contributing to the CSR program during the pandemic of COVID-19.
Limitation. First, cross-sectional limitation. As the study was done in a short period of time, it is somehow incomplete data to ensure validity point of view. For example, students may feel the content is not rewarding due to the corporate organisation need to fulfill activity rather than involving participants. However, it is because the exposure and the outcome need the appearance of evidence to create a strong relationship and a solid result. Second is quantitative study. This research might lack of some interesting responses due to it is done solely by quantitative methods. It's only shown interest on giving answer on some point as the purpose of the student towards contribution on corporate social responsibility. Most of the questions are distributed through questionnaire that have been collected for observation and research. It is due to the student opinion different from the variety of courses and opinion that have been conducted. Next is lack of variables, whether to gain experience, knowledge and contribution to today's society, because at the end of the discussion, decisions are based on their own perspective. It does not reflect the entire Malaysian education system as a whole. The result cannot be derived to others. Thus, the further study emerging the issue of comprehend attraction of students to participate in corporate social responsibility. Lastly, is lack of research to ensure the comprehensive and fair feedback. Moreover, as this research only study towards the student point of view, the analysis rather than becoming one-sided due to its unable to attain second opinion from others. Most of the study focused toward the organisation on conducting CSR, cooperative among the students to give back to society and the environment. That's all for me. Thank you.
For the conclusion, the study that was conducted due to the issue of the low level of awareness of university students to the initiative of the corporate social responsibility that have become a major problem, especially in Malaysia. Based on the study, we find out that promotion and creativity factor have the higher impact and relationship towards the improvement on the awareness of the students to the corporate social responsibility compared with other factors that also been studied. We propose that, based on the results shown on our study, rigorous promotion and creativity marketing and encourage the participation by the private or public sector should be priority in enhancing the awareness of the students to the corporate social responsibility initiative. We as a researcher learns and hope from the study conducted it can bring a new benefits and strategy to improve the awareness not only to the student but also to the society.